Hello, welcome to the program. This is Rajiv Mahbubul, Country Director for IDP Bangladesh. Insights by IDP, this is the platform where we will talk about international education, scholarships, career, and the future perspectives with the experts from Australia, New Zealand, the UK, Ireland, Canada, and the USA. In this episode, we are going to talk about a university that is ranked top 20, exactly ranked as 19th position by QS 2025. This is University of New South Wales, famously known as UNSW, established in 1949 and celebrated 75 years in last year. Hello there, welcome to the program. This is Rajiv Mahbubul, Country Director, IDP Bangladesh. Insights by IDP is a platform where we talk about scholarships, international education, careers, and the future perspectives with the experts from Australia, New Zealand, the UK, Ireland, Canada, and the USA. IDP is a global leader in education services and the co-owner of IELTS. Established in Australia in 1969, IDP operates in more than 60 countries and supporting 100,000 students to study in over 1,000 universities every year. So today we have a special guest joining us from University of New South Wales, Dipankar Chakraborty. He's the Managing Director of South Asia, University of New South Wales, UNSW. Dipankar, welcome to Insights by IDP.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity, and it's really my pleasure to be here and delighted to be speaking to your audience.
Great. Thanks for taking time and joining IDP Bangladesh as well. Let's start today's conversation with the Australian Education Excellence. UNSW, University of New South Wales, being the member of Group 8 universities, works to shape the next generation of global thought leaders, entrepreneurs, and trailblazers. In terms of differentiation from other group of universities, if we focus on some of the facts like unique learning experience, teaching experience, or the cutting-edge University of New South Wales, how you positioned yourself?
Right. So thank you. But before I respond to that, I think I would like to begin with a massive thanks of support to IDP and to all the IDP staff members in Bangladesh. I think last year we had a record number of students from Bangladesh come and join UNSW, and this wouldn't have been possible without the support that you lead, the team that you lead, and the counselors and all the members that play a big role in it. So thank you to IDP and your staff members for supporting UNSW for delivering a fantastic performance last year. Now, you asked a very question around how do we differentiate ourselves. So I would like to begin probably by saying that, UNSW is a vibrant and passionate community of researchers, educators, and students with a vision to deliver progress for all through transformative education and a commitment to just society. That's the overall broad vision. Now, you have already shared some of our top accolades and stole some of my points that I would have loved to say. You mentioned about, World Top 20. 19, you mentioned about we are a founding member of Group 8. You mentioned about that we were set up in 1949 and we actually celebrated our 75th anniversary last year. Now, what is unique about this is we are the youngest university in Group of 8 or Australia to be featured in the top 20 world rankings, right? So while other universities have taken more than 100 years, we have taken a little more than 75 years to get there. Let's talk about when we're talking about rankings, and that tells you about why our programs are so popular and innovative. About 9 UNSW subjects are ranked number 1 in Australia, and 24 of them feature in top 50 of the world, right? So clearly tells you a very strong academic curriculum and how we are kind of recognized. I think one of the main accolades that I would say I proudly share is that we are the number 1 in Australia and ranked 29th globally for employment outcomes. And I know students from South Asia region, whether India, Bangladesh or Pakistan, they are looking for not only a good quality education, but after they receive the education, how do they receive jobs, right? So number 1 in Australia for employment outcomes, not just for 1 year, but for the last 6 years, okay? And the UNSW graduates boast the highest rate of graduate full-time employment and the highest median salaries among the group of eight universities. So not only our students find the more jobs, but they are the most paid among all the group of eight universities. Now that's on the employment front. UNSW also has a long cherished history of innovation and a world renowned founders program, which has supported more than 300 startups so far. So UNSW has been ranked number one entrepreneurial university in the whole Asia Pacific. And so I feel that, if a student wants to either work after their studies or wants to, have start a startup, I think UNSW is very well positioned to be their first choice. So I probably would say that these are some of the major differentiating factors. In terms of learning experience and other bits, we have unique curriculum, our pedagogy, we have stuff in which we integrate a lot of work integrated learning opportunities. But I think that's broadly measured by our excellent performance in these parameters that I have mentioned.
So thank you, Dipankar, for sharing this one. I mean, this is an intro for the UNSW. But as you touched upon the employability perspective as being the number one. So I'm sure that there is a lot of support services and the career counseling and the coaching for the current and the future students, and also after the career or the completion of the degree, right? So how it is like positioned? What are the initiatives you're taking?
Okay, so look, when we say that we admit international students, we love more international students, we just don't want to admit them, but we want to set them up for success, right? And UNSW offers a range of support services and resources. One of them is obviously career coaching. The other ones arising out of academic support, providing financial assistance, health and mental well-being support as well. In terms of our employability or support for career coaching and the employment outcomes that we have, the package is themed essentially around or three broad pillars. One is discover, then is launch, and then grow. So in the discover phase, there are sessions that are conducted by which get to know what are you looking at, what are what do you want to become, and then what are the skills that essentially you will need to get your dream job or to dream career. Some of the initiatives that the team does is connecting students from their second years of study with established industry professionals for mentoring. There is dedicated career coaching that is given, which includes advice on career planning, building your resume, interview preparation, and job advice. Students are connected with organizations for projects and for work integrated learning opportunities, where students can apply the professional skills and knowledge while gaining real world experience. Students, as part of the Grow pillar, also have access to some free leadership programs like Learn to Lead and Leadership Foundation, which is an AHEGS accredited leadership development program. And the best part is that all career support services are available to students for 2 years after they graduate. So it's not only when they come in and immediate, but they can keep coming back to the university and seek support 2 years after their graduation.
Wow, this is great to know. So the way IDP operates, like once the IDP students is IDP student forever, and UNSW is like working the same pathway. So it's great to know. Yeah, it's great to know that. Now coming back to like one of the things, I'm sure that you're aware of that Bangladeshi students who opt for international study or they want to fulfill their study abroad dream. So it's like mostly self-funded. So one of the things is coming into the mind of the students and the parents always the scholarship and the funding opportunity. So you have touched upon few of the part of that. So how UNSW is like attracting Bangladeshi students or the international students in terms of the education excellence along with the scholarships opportunity? If you given some idea about that, it will be very helpful.
Our website clearly provides all the information on all the scholarship opportunities that are available to international students.
Yeah, and IDP is always there, so they can support the students with all the details, right? Fantastic.
Absolutely.
So coming back to like another concern that is coming back mind of the students always. So there is always a growing concern regarding the accommodation. So it's not just only Australia, but across the world is coming up, particularly the metropolitan cities like Sydney or Melbourne, right? So how UNSW is supporting there, or any scheme or any opportunities they're planning for the future students?
Yeah, sure. So I think, a student, when they would come, they would have two options. One is, to take a UNSW owned or affiliated accommodation, or they look for third party, accommodation options. And support here is available for any of the options that a student wishes to take. We do not have the accommodation stock that we can provide to all our students, but we work with third party providers. There is, in fact, UNSW off-campus accommodation support team.
Great to know that. So, like, not only the career education, but also the other support system is already there with the UNSW. Now, so adding to that one, so that with all these super support, ranking, research facilities, it's always been UNSW the top of the mind of the students, not only Bangladesh, globally. So there is always a demand, like high demand for UNSW across the world. A lot of applications has been submitted. Now, considering the changing circumstances, how you're actually planning to support the future students having such a high demand, how you're managing that, say the coming intakes, like for example, Feb, looking forward the Feb intakes, so how you plan for that and what will be suggestions?
Two aspects is what I will touch down upon here. One is there are some new further changes we are making again to make our programs far more attractive. Now, if you remember, I mentioned that we have just launched a 10-year strategy, and the strategy is progress for all and progress for all globally. How do we do that? Through transformative education, through innovative research, and meaningful engagement with people, communities, and partners in Australia, in our region, and around the world. Now, as a part of the strategy, there are 9 critical pillars, but there is a new flagship initiative that I'm particularly excited about, and that is called the New Societal Impact Challenge Projects. Now, the Societal Impact Challenge Projects will be part of the Education Impact Pathway, and we will be embedding and incorporating these interdisciplinary projects into every UG and PG UNSW degree program, forming a core part of their UNSW education model. These projects will be co-designed by UNSW researchers, educators, industry, and community partners. And the students will be able to work across disciplines. So a law student will work on an engineering problem or a management problem on a live challenge aligned with one of our societal impact focus areas. So this is the future in the way we are kind of changing what the new things that we are bringing into our program.
Thank you, Dipankar, for being transparent and upfront. And I really like the holistic approach. I believe that it will be like game changer in the coming days. So do you have any final thoughts for Bangladeshi students?
The dynamic and the uncertain policy environment. However, we remain optimistic about the future. We continue to advocate to the government, as I mentioned. We understand international students are and will always be an integral and highly valued part of the UNSW community. They bring in diverse perspectives, they bring in rich experiences to the classrooms and to the campuses. And our doors remain open. And we look forward to welcoming students from Bangladesh to UNSW in this year and beyond.
It's really great to have the insights from the managing director of UNSW South Asia about the UNSW. So to know more about the scholarships and the deadlines on the next intakes, please visit nearest IDP offices, and see you in the next episodes of Insights by IDP.